Hello, everyone. Welcome to Inside Life. This is the Youth Enlightenment and Empowerment Program, working towards youth and presidency to strengthen the youths of Africa and Nigeria, to be precise. Here, today, we have so many battles of Sowore. The time he has gone through so many battles in Nigeria, trying to fight for the youths of Nigeria and to make Nigeria a better place. Please listen to the analysis of what they have to say about the battles of Sowore. Thank you. Listen.
Welcome to the Deep Dive.
Great to be here.
So today, we're looking at just one source that you shared with us. It's titled The Many Battles of Sowore. And our mission, really, is to walk through the specific conflicts and opposition mentioned in this document. We want to understand the timeline and the challenges as this source presents them.
Absolutely. And what's quite striking, looking at this list, is how it frames this pattern spanning decades. It actually starts way back.
Yeah, in the early 90s, right? Within academia.
Exactly. The source puts the very first conflicts there.
Okay, so the timeline in this document points to 1992 first. It explicitly states the Babangida administration expelled Sowore from Unilag that year.
And according to the source, things escalated pretty quickly moving into the Abacha era. It details an arrest in 1993.
Right, under Abacha. Then 1994 seems like a focal point in this source.
A very intense period, according to this list.
It claims, quite directly, that cult gangs attacked Sowore at Unilag, and it actually calls them Abacha-sponsored.
That's the claim made in the document, yes.
And it links that event to a second expulsion. Then, the source presents this twist where the police apparently declared him wanted.
Not for being attacked, but for confronting the attackers, is that right?
That's exactly how the source frames it. For confronting those cultists, it's quite a sequence of events as laid out here.
It certainly highlights the source's perspective on how things unfolded. And the timeline keeps going. The document notes another arrest, this time under the Abdul Salami government in 98.
At the NUGA Games in Lagos, specifically mentioned. Okay, so moving into the 2000s, the source seems to show the conflicts changing shape a bit. More legal battles.
Yeah, that's right. It lists, for example, a 2006 lawsuit. This one brought by Obasanjo and El Rufai.
And the source connects this to an interview, something about exposing a third-term agenda.
That's the direct link the source makes, yeah. Then the focus seems to shift partly to Sahara Quarters itself.
The platform he's associated with.
Exactly. In 2007, the document cites Umaru Yar'Adua banning the site in Nigeria. So the platform itself becomes a battleground, according to this narrative.
And it wasn't just domestic, the source points out. It talks about 2014. An attempt started in the U.S.
Yes, by someone the source calls Goodluck Jonathan's lackey, Reno Omokri.
And the goal, according to this document...
A lawsuit explicitly aimed, it says, at bankrupting Sahara reporters.
But it didn't go ahead.
Well, the source notes it stopped after a threat letter was allegedly sent. And it specifically ties the failure of that attempt to Jonathan losing the 2015 election. So an international dimension, but linked back to Nigerian politics by the source.
Okay. Back to Nigeria, then. 2017, another lawsuit listed. This time, Bukola Saraki, who was Senate president.
Right, and the source uses pretty strong language here, calling the outcome a kangaroo judgment from Kwara State High Court.
Leading to consequences.
It claims Sahara reporters' accounts were frozen for a whole year because of it.
Right, so the pattern, as the source presents it, continues under the Buhari administration. What does it detail there?
It points to 2019. The document describes it as an abduction by Buhari's government, followed by a treason charge.
So a return to direct state action, detention, serious charges, according to the source.
Seems so. And then there's a really disturbing entry for 2021, a very grave allegation.
What does the source claim?
It claims that Buhari allegedly sent assassins to kill Sowore's younger brother near Benin City.
Wow. The source includes that personal tragedy right in this list of battles.
Yes, broadening the scope significantly.
Okay, bringing it nearly up to date. Under the current Tinubu administration, the source notes 2023.
Placement on the immigration watch list. That's the specific action listed.
And then just recently, 2025, it includes two separate incidents.
Yes. First, an arrest by Tinubu's IGP, Coyote Egbetoken. The reason cited is cybercrime.
And his passport was seized.
That's noted too, yes. And the second 2025 event is different.
What's that one?
The source claims Peter Obi and what it calls his fascist mob were allegedly responsible for getting Sowore's Facebook account taken down.
So attributing action to a political opponent and their supporters in that case.
Exactly. A different kind of battle listed there.
So if we step back and look at this whole list just based on this one source, Decades, different administrations, different kinds of conflict, academic, legal, state action, even online platforms, and personal tragedy.
It paints a picture, from this source's perspective, of relentless and varied challenges coming from many directions.
Yeah, a consistent series of obstacles presented over a long time.
And the source finishes very bluntly. Sowore is one man.
Right. So, thinking only about what this document has laid out for us, what does this sheer volume, this persistence of conflict over decades, involving all these different figures and alleged actions as listed here, suggest about the nature or experience of sustained opposition, purely from the viewpoint presented in this source? It certainly leaves you with something to consider about the narrative constructed by this list.
All right, don't forget to like and subscribe. So whenever we have important information like this, you will be the first to hear. Thank you for joining us. This is Inside Life Youth Enlightenment and Empowerment Program. Listen and learn, then you will be blessed. Thank you.